In this exercise video, we're going to be going through some jaw strengthening and coordination exercises. This will help with any clicking or jaw pain or jaw tightness, and is great to try to get everything functioning and moving better again. So what we're going to do is get yourself in sitting. We want to first get really tall posture. So pretend there's a string at the top of your head, somebody's pulling you up, so we can get everything lengthened and stacked on top of each other, because we want to make sure that our jaw becomes neutral and we are getting it relatively parallel to the floor or slightly tipped down, with maintaining our gaze straight ahead. We want to make sure we get into this posture here so everything can start to function better. If we're doing it in a slouch posture, it makes it a lot harder for our jaw muscles to work effectively. So get that tall posture, get a slight chin tuck here, and keep your shoulder blades pinned down and back. Then you're going to take one of your hands and use it as resistance for these jaw exercises. We're going to start off with isometrics, and we're going to do opening and side to side. And so what you're going to do for opening is just create a little bit of a corner for your chin to sit in. And sitting in that tall posture, teeth slightly apart so mouth is slightly open. And we're going to work on just pressing our jaw straight down into our hands and holding without allowing any motion. So I'm just going to press down and hold. So we are pressing, activating the muscles, but we're not allowing motion. So our hand is just acting like a block. And we are going to be pushing whatever prescription you've been given to by your physical therapist. Sometimes we tell you just to do 25% of a maximal contraction. Sometimes it's 50, 75, and occasionally all the way up to 100%, forcing as hard as you can. But usually we're somewhere between the 25 to 50% range. So we're not pushing really aggressively. It's really light and gentle. So again, we're going to work on opening, pressing straight down. Now, if you are a person that tends to have the jaw deviate to one side, you want to make sure as you're pressing down, you're pressing straight down and not letting the jaw want to pull to one side as we open. So don't let it do this. You want to think about trying to keep it straight down. So you may want to sit in front of a mirror as you're doing this to make sure it stays straight as you're pushing down and isn't slightly going to one side. So that's for opening isometric. Now we're going to do side to side isometrics as well. So we're going to put our fingertips just on the side of our chin, and we're going to gently jut our chin straight into our fingertips, to the left and then to the right. And again, we're using the percentage of forceful contraction that you've been given to by your physical therapist. And we're going to use that whole time that's been prescribed to you as well. So as we're doing side to side, we want to make sure we have the jaw slightly open and teeth not sitting together, but not into a fully open position. Okay, so we got open and side to side for the isometrics. And then at the end, either this can be put on later on, or you may be instructed to do this right after doing your isometrics, is to do a guided opening exercise to make sure that we have the muscles coordinating a full opening. So that way we're avoiding any clicking and we're avoiding any deviation of the jaw as we're opening. So you're going to get yourself back into the little corner of your chin, tall posture. At this time, we're going to actually let our jaw open, but we're going to give ourselves some resistance with our hand. So that way we're really activating those muscles and controlling the motion. So we're going to open up and give our resistance as wide open as you feel comfortable going. And you can see I get a little bit of a side-to-side deviation. So this is what I work on to try to get it to go straight. So look in front of a mirror or record yourself. And your goal is to try to make it as straight and smooth as possible as we're going through that. And so we want to make sure as we're doing this guided opening that we're also maintaining our head in one spot. So we don't want our head to move at all. So one common mistake I see people make is as they're doing this, their head will go back and their jaw will stay stationary. It'll go like this. That's not what we're looking for. We want our head and our eyes to stay stationary, and it's the jaw that's doing the motion. So let me show you from the side. So if I were to not let the jaw move, but the head move, That's not what we want. We want it to look like this.